She walks past you at the gym, slows her pace slightly, glances back twice while adjusting her headphones. You didn't say anything clever, didn't flex harder, didn't change your routine, yet something shifted in how she responded to your presence. Most men dismiss this as coincidence or wishful thinking, but biology tells a different story, one operating beneath conscious awareness, where the body broadcasts signals words never touch. The body's hormonal system responds to semen retention within days. Here's what happens. Testosterone levels climb to about 145% of baseline around day 7. The effect fluctuates between days 2 and 5 before peaking. This isn't a permanent supercharge, it's a temporary spike, but it's enough to alter the invisible signals a man broadcasts. When testosterone rises, the body produces more androstadienone, a compound secreted through sweat and skin. Think of it as an invisible scent signal that communicates hormonal status. The body doesn't shout it. It whispers through pheromones, chemical messengers that drift into the air and reach the olfactory systems of people nearby. Women pick up these signals subconsciously. Here's the thing. Exposure to androstadienone changes how women rate men's attractiveness. The effect isn't about consciously smelling something different. It's deeper than that. The brain's detection system operates below awareness, processing pheromone information before thoughts form. Women report feeling drawn to certain men without understanding why. The mechanism is evolutionary. The female brain evolved to detect markers of genetic fitness and hormonal health through scent. A man walks into a coffee shop on day 9 of retention. He orders, makes small talk with the barista. She leans in slightly while handing back his change. Her pupils dilate a fraction. When he steps aside, she glances back twice while serving the next customer. Nothing overt happens, no exchanged numbers, no obvious flirting. But her body responded to something her conscious mind didn't register. The interaction lasted 40 seconds. The impression lingered hours. This detection isn't universal or guaranteed. Individual variation matters enormously. Some women are more sensitive to pheromone signals depending on where they are in their menstrual cycle, heightened response during fertile windows. Genetic compatibility plays a role too. A woman's olfactory system prioritizes scents that signal immune system diversity, which varies person to person. The mechanism also extends beyond scent. When testosterone levels shift, posture changes. Shoulders settle differently. Eye contact holds a beat longer. These aren't conscious adjustments. They're byproducts of hormonal influence on muscle tension and confidence signaling. Women read these cues alongside the chemical ones, creating a compound effect. This isn't magic. It's biology shaped by millions of years of mate selection pressure. The female brain evolved sophisticated detection systems because choosing partners with strong hormonal profiles improved offspring survival. Modern women aren't consciously hunting for high testosterone, but their biology still responds to the signals. The retention effect doesn't create instant superhuman attraction. It shifts the baseline. A man becomes slightly more noticeable in a room. Conversations flow with marginally less friction. The difference is real but subtle, more like turning up the contrast than changing the picture entirely. Biology creates the opening. Now translate that edge into moments that actually connect. The hormonal changes create opportunities, but only when a man knows how to amplify them. The shifts don't do the work alone. They set the foundation. What happens next depends on how those signals get broadcast and received. Start with hygiene optimization. Pheromones release through skin and sweat, but they're easily buried under artificial fragrances or poor grooming. Shower daily, but skip heavy colognes that mask natural scent. Use unscented or lightly scented products. The goal is to let the body's chemical signals reach the air unfiltered. Clean skin amplifies androstadienone emission. Dirty skin or strong deodorants suppress it. Next, track the social feedback loop. Around day 7 to 10 of retention, run a simple experiment. Notice how interactions shift. Does the barista hold eye contact longer? Do women in conversations lean in slightly? These aren't random. They're responses to the compound effect of pheromones plus behavioral changes. Keep a mental log. Patterns emerge within 2 weeks. A man enters a networking event on day 12 of retention. He approaches a group discussing startups. Within seconds of joining, a woman shifts her body toward him. She asks his opinion first, before others in the circle. Her tone carries warmth, playful, engaged. He answers with steady eye contact, no rushing. The conversation flows. She touches his arm twice during a joke. When the group disperses, she lingers. They exchange contacts. He didn't chase. He created space, and she filled it. Confidence builds naturally when hormones stabilize, but it compounds when a man intentionally practices presence. This means holding eye contact an extra half second. It means speaking at a measured pace instead of rushing through sentences. Here's what we see. Women rate men higher when they demonstrate calm assertiveness, shoulders back, relaxed posture, controlled gestures. These aren't tricks. They're expressions of the internal state retention creates. Another application, social recalibration. Before retention, many men compensate for low energy with forced enthusiasm or approval-seeking behavior. After 2 weeks, that disappears. Conversations feel different because the need to prove something fades. A man listens more, responds instead of reacts. Women pick up on this shift immediately. It signals self-sufficiency, which triggers attraction. A man sits across from a date at dinner 3 weeks into retention. She mentions a recent career frustration. Most men interrupt with advice or try to fix it. He stays quiet, nods, waits for her to finish. When she does, he asks one clarifying question. She exhales, shoulders drop. The tension leaves her face. She leans closer and says, "You actually listen." The rest of the meal unfolds with 0 awkward pauses. She texts him before he reaches his car. Here's what doesn't work: expecting retention alone to carry interactions. The biological changes provide an edge, but they don't replace social skills or emotional intelligence. A man who practices retention but remains passive, anxious, or self-absorbed won't see results. The pheromone boost is subtle, a few percentage points of increased attractiveness, not a transformation. It's an amplifier, not a substitute. Results vary. Baseline health matters. A man with low testosterone from poor sleep or diet won't experience the same spike. Age plays a role too. Younger men see sharper hormonal swings. Individual differences in pheromone sensitivity mean some women respond more than others. The fertile window effect mentioned earlier means timing influences outcomes. The practical takeaway: use retention as one tool in a broader system. Pair it with exercise to boost testosterone further. Combine it with intentional social practice. Notice when women respond positively and lean into those moments without forcing them. The sensing is real, but it's not magic. It's biology meeting opportunity when a man shows up prepared to engage authentically. This week, run the Day 7 experiment. Between days 7 and 10, engage 3 women in casual conversation: barista, coworker, stranger at a bookstore. Hold eye contact 1 second longer than comfortable. Notice body language shifts. Does she lean in, touch her hair, ask follow-up questions unprompted? Drop your most surprising interaction in the comments. Hit like if the biology piece clicked. Subscribe for weekly tactics that turn invisible advantages into real connection. Your presence strengthens when biology and awareness align.